let me figure out this. It's I don't want to be that way around, but YouTube wants me to do it that way around, which is really annoying.
Good enough.
This it falls over.
We can work with it.
I think it's live, but I can't see anyone. The problem is it's so far away. Let's use this then. This is what I was doing away. Bear with.
Yeah, no, we're live. We're good.
Are we live, but we're the wrong way around?
Yep.
Is that okay for everyone? Because I don't like it that way around. I wanted to do it landscape. Can you see the comments on your phone?
I can indeed.
There we go. Right, so we're going to read the comments off Joe's phone. We're going to go live on TikTok at the same time as well. And then every base is covered. I think. Apart from that screen is the wrong way around. Sorry about this. Flip camera. There we go. Right, so we should be live on TikTok and we should be live on YouTube.
So you want to read the comment?
And we'll read the comments. So Joe, Cotton Eye Joe, which someone has just put in my comments from the video, is a cotton farmer from... In fact, I'll let you introduce yourself because I'm going to move you nearer.
Yeah, so I'm Farmer Joe from a little place called Colliamley in southern New South Wales, Australia. So about 6 hours inland from Sydney and 4 hours north of Melbourne. I'm a fifth generation farmer, first generation cotton farmer. And I met Ollie here on the Gold Coast about 6 weeks ago. And just happened to be over here for Agri-Technica and got a few spare days. So he's been nice enough to show me around. And yeah, we've had a few adventures in the last couple of days.
You'll have to keep talking while I mess with this.
No, no worries. So,
he's not that camera shy, he's just pretending to be.
Yes, no, definitely not camera shy. But yeah, so I'm heading off to Germany on Saturday to Agri-Technica. Is hopefully a few of you are going along, and don't be afraid to say g'day. And we can chew the fat about farming. Very open to everyone's different ideas. You guys do it a lot different over here than back at home. It's definitely a lot wetter here at the moment than at home. We haven't had rain for many months, but oh look, I know you guys are in drought too, but it's definitely a different yeah. Different.
Sorry about this shaking about, but I'm just going to put into a holder so you're a bit closer.
Turn the camera upside down. The Aussies will understand. Classic.
I wanted it to be a bit.
Can you turn it on its side or not?
Well, I don't know whether that works. If I turn it on its side, does it not mess it up for people watching?
No, they're saying the other way around. I don't know.
Is that what people are saying?
No,
So,
well,
is that? No? Is that working?
yeah, we're on our side now. That's good.
Does that look okay?
Oh, that's good enough. What's everyone else think?
Is that better? Because I'm here, Joe's there. No? Is it working?
Oh, I think so. Anyway, no, it's not better. We've got a no. We've got two no's. It's shit house. So we're gonna go.
So, why is it not better? Another 90
Mate, this is my first radio, so I don't know.
You're the wrong way in the portrait now. Well, can't you turn your phone? I don't get it.
Going back the other way then.
You're the wrong way. It's in short mode and won't let you film in landscape. Right, okay. Is there a settings bit? What does that do? No.
Halfway to Australia. It's more Singapore. Halfway to Australia. Australia is spelled Straya. Australia.
We'll have to just do that, won't we? We're back. I don't know if anyone's on TikTok watching, but we'll put the TikTok camera there so we can read the TikTok comments.
Righto.
If I
You want to read it?
try and fit in here, is that better?
We should have practiced this because it's definitely we're taking the farming angle on this. You know, just.
Oh, look, fat. To breathe in. I've just eaten loads of food.
Oh.
Yeah, so I met Joe in Australia, and he farmed cotton, which is something that we all were, but we don't know where it comes from. And he come out with this amazing fact from John Deere, which I'm sure he's going to share with you now.
Yeah, so
I think it's great. We're going to shut that door.
The cotton picker, John Deere cotton picker, is the second most expensive machine they make. The sugarcane harvester is the most expensive machine they make. So I think a cotton picker is around that £1 million in your or 2 million Australian dollars, or about half right there. So I think they weigh about 27 tonne, and yeah, so we get in a couple to pick our cotton. We don't own one just because it costs so much. But is that better? A bit brighter?
Got a light now. Got a light. That's better, isn't it? Because I felt like we looked a little bit dark. You see, originally we were going to set.
Where's the snacks? Sorry,
We haven't got any.
No, this is it. We've just had the most amazing dinner.
The most random one.
Yeah, but Ollie has been an amazing host, and his parents have been absolutely lovely.
Is that better? Right.
North Wales.
We're both in the shop now.
If you guys drink enough beer, the screen will sort itself. Oh no!
I've done it again.
I know. Eden Hope.
Could be there.
Sorry. Back to Eden Hope. Yeah, so I actually drove a combine harvester on harvest down there back in 2010. Showing my age, but it's a good spot. I hope Lake Wallace was full because it wasn't full last time I was there.
I'll move that one there. Sorry about the TikTok video, but if we do that, you might be able to see us better, and we can read the questions coming in. If that works, I've got probably put a pair of pliers. There we go.
Cool. So I've forgotten the got any questions, or are they all just?
Someone sent me a rose to add me back. No, the idea is talk about farming really. So I did a thing today for BBC on Jeremy Vine. Now Jeremy Vine sometimes can be a bit of a green, I suppose is the best way to say it. But today he was on side with. You need to come closer. He was on side with.
We're listening to the people.
With Ag, mainly because we talked about the facts and there's nothing we could do. And Charlotte Smith from. Sorry, I've got a camera there. Charlotte Smith, I don't know which one to talk to, they need to be both next to each other. Charlotte Smith from Farming Today, you won't know her.
No.
BBC, she set the scene in the beginning about what's going on, and then obviously we did this bit, but I was really pleased how the interview went. Had lots of nice messages about it.
He actually nailed it. It was really well spoken. He didn't do any ums and ahs, and it was just perfect radio. He's unreal.
So I'm pleased at that. So if you want to watch it on iPlayer, it was on about 1:10 today. If I lower that camera.
Yeah, and then tilt it back up a bit.
I'm really sorry. We should have just rehearsed this, but I didn't want to be late.
Well, sometimes you just got to be genuine. And there's, with nothing's perfect in this ag space. Doesn't matter what country you're in. There's always things we could do better.
They're all getting seasick now. But both cameras now are a similar height, so it doesn't look like we're looking at one and not at the other. If that makes sense.
Andy from down the road. How does farming... Andy, do you know Andy from down the road?
There's a few Andys down there.
Yeah, right. Well, how does it farming compared to Ollie's farming? It's all the same thing. It's same but different. We're all experiencing different environmental challenges. Like at the moment, well, you guys have had a really dry season, but at the moment, it's pretty wet out there for what I'd consider wet.
It's like the driest November ever, and the driest October ever, and he's like, oh, it's really wet.
Yeah, but we're all trying to overcome the environment, the legislation and government. There's heaps of it is very similar, but farmers overcome all those little obstacles they're dealt with, and actually just seeing how everyone else does it is why I pretty much travel around the country or around the world to see how people overcome their challenges.
What I found really interesting when Joe turned up a couple of days ago was he said, oh yeah, no, when we're in a drought, we don't plant much cotton. And I was like, how do you know when you're getting a drought? And he said, oh, because the reservoirs aren't full. So all your land is pretty much, in fact, you can show a picture, can't you, if you use that phone? All his land is lays level to within, what do you say, 1 inch in 1,000?
So
every 1,000.
Every 100 yards.
No, do it in meters.
Meters. Oh, every 100 meters there is 5 centimeters fall. So 1 in 2,000 grade. The longest paddock I've currently got is 1.3 kilometers long. So that'd be 65 centimeters fall from top to bottom.
So he basically floods it, and that's what irrigates it. But if there's been no winter rain, then they know they can't flood, so they know not to plant too much.
So currently I have 156 hectares of cotton in. Last year we had 300. I've got about 80% of the water I need. So we've taken a punt that we're going to have enough water. Kit Kat, no? Hey.
They're like, I was going to say they're like a Tim Tam, but they're not, they're penguins.
No, not a chance there. Nothing compares to our Tim Tams, mate. So I'm just trying to find a couple of photos of how we irrigate.
Bit of background. So before he started with cotton, you farmed rice.
Yeah, so I'm 5th generation rice grower. And we, when I came back to the farm 12 years ago, I saw that I'd been travelling around Australia and the world. I'd seen a lot. So I was like, I want to start doing things differently, more efficiently. Anyway, so we started doing a little bit of row cropping with a few soybeans, and then we moved, 2 years later, we moved into cotton, which was a big move because we didn't know what we were doing back then. Because our region's so far south, it gets a lot colder. It's the equivalent of your north, because we're on the side of the equator. But we had to find a cotton picker to pick the cotton before you could plant it 8 months earlier or 7 months earlier, because the pickers weren't coming down south.
Right.
They were staying up in more the traditional cotton areas. So to get someone to commit to pick your cotton because you wanted it off before the winter set in.
So why did no one grow cotton in your region before?
Because of the varieties. So they'd grown it about 200 kilometres north of us. Well, they had about 40 years earlier, they had grown it not far from my house, but just because the winters were so wet and cold, and the season length for the varieties they were using just didn't work. So after 40 years of research and development, they've come up with better varieties to suit the colder climate.
Right.
And that's how it sort of started.
So you think we could grow cotton here?
Oh, well, it's been 16 degrees, and it was it 16 or 18 degrees today?
Well, all right. So the basics, from planting it to harvesting it, how many days?
So we plant on around that first week of October. This year we didn't get going until the end of the second week of October, just because it was cold weather. So we look at soil temperatures to be above 12 degrees at 10 centimetres deep.
Yeah. At
9 o'clock in the morning. So those temperatures weren't there for me. A few people went earlier, and I decided to hold off this year, and we actually got some really good temperatures. It was 35 degrees during the day. So the soil temp went right up. Really good start. It's a bit of a lull now, but so it's it's pretty cold. There's tops of 18 degrees and 22 and stuff like that, which is cold for us for this time of year.
So you've planted it in the beginning of October.
Yep.
And when would it be ready to harvest?
So usually around the end of April.
So 6 months.
Yeah, something like that. But
So if we planted it in March, it wouldn't be ready till September.
yeah, so you'd be pushing the window.
And then it'd be getting cold and wet.
Yeah. So I don't think it's gonna work. I can send some seeds over, just don't tell the government.
Yeah.
So
No, but I wonder, could they breed something that would work? I don't know.
it's very.
But then you'd have to have a cotton picker, which is the second most expensive machine that John Deere make. And I can imagine if you couldn't find a cotton picker in Australia, it'd be hard to find.
I'm not Ollie Blogs though, so. No, look, I don't think there's much cotton grown in Europe at all. There's a bit in Spain.
Yeah.
And maybe a little bit in Greece.
So it needs the heat then.
It needs a hot, dry, good days. Doesn't like cloudy weather. So if you've had, if we have any more than 3 days of full cloudy weather, it drops its fruit, which is the nice fluffy cotton balls you see. Before they open, they're called a bowl. They'll actually fall off. They'll spit the fruit off to go into a survival mode.
We can have 3 months of cloudy weather in the summer.
Yeah, and probably 0 cotton.
Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah. So we're not growing cotton. Someone's supposed to be trying rice, though, aren't they?
What?
In the UK, yeah.
Really?
It says This is the TikTok. Consuming substances featured in this live could harm your health. Obviously, AI has identified that as a beer.
Or
the Kit Kat.
Who? I don't know how I feel about the orange ones.
Oh, well, so
It's very controversial.
there's no honey in here, but Stu and Vicky that keep the bees here. I said that I like chocolate orangey stuff, so they brought me a goodie bag of orange treats.
Yeah, I think I'll stick to the Corona on that one. That's very interesting. But
Is that a question on there? That's quite a long one. In Australia, what would the average age of the farmer be? Lots of family farms in Scotland. The average is 60 plus, and very few people talking about succession planning. Seriously, until it's too late.
Yeah, this is hot off the press. This one. So the average age. So
Get that on for the questions because there's loads of them.
God. So
that's the problem when you use 2 devices.
Where are we? YouTube. No, yeah, that one. Right, you got that one? Yeah. So the average age. You want to hold that or you want to?
Yeah,
right, cool.
I'll find the questions.
The average age of a farmer is probably in that 50s or 60s, like the rest of the world. It's just how it is. You've got graziers that tend to up that age, or low in Australia, low workload sort of farming, if that makes sense. Whereas cotton is a lot, it's very high energy. The average age of a cotton farmer is probably 35 to 40. And I don't know how diverse it is here in the UK, but there's about 20 to probably 30% women or 40% women in the cotton industry, which is great, from agronomists to resellers.
And a single guy's point of view.
Yeah. So it's we've got a very diverse range of ages and sexes in the industry, which makes it really interesting. Really cool to move forward. But succession, we're just about to finish my succession plan. What I can say is that we went through probably 6 years of 8 years of it. I've only been farming for 12 years. So it's been a long process. My parents are in their mid-60s or early 60s. So we've hopefully got it signed off now. We sacked 2 lots of succession planners. Cost us about 50,000 Australian dollars. And
that's £25,000
yeah.
UK.
And that was actually to go the wrong way. And then the third guy, and my advisor, is just a legend. He does helps with making decisions. He's definitely that. You can justify anything to yourself if you want it enough, but when you say it out loud to your advisor, he sort of decides, you know, and you can sort of argue a little bit, but you really know deep down whether you shouldn't go and buy that new tractor or whatever. So yeah.
The questions have gone off, but there was a really good one. You've done the average age, haven't you?
Yeah.
Did you bring any Tim Tams back?
I didn't bring any. I thought about it, but then I saw you did a post the other day with Tim Tam, so I thought, he's got that covered.
They sell them up the road now. Would any amount of IHC be cancelled when a new government comes into government? Well, they've all promised that they will scrap it, but we all know that governments promise and often don't deliver. Our average age is also 60. None of them wants to farm. It's too expensive and time consuming. Hello from the Netherlands.
G'day.
My name's Dennis. Hello.
G'day, Dennis.
Still very warm in the UK. It is, yeah. Pardon my ignorance, but will you be faced with the same inheritance tax as the UK farmers?
No. So they've got a similar one they've just rolled out, which is our super funds. So Australians put their money into an account where they're not allowed. By law, got to put your money for wage earners is 11%. The employer's got to pay that for them into a super account. So the farmers pay that to reduce their tax in the good years, and that builds up that for their retirement. But they've just brought out a thing where they can tax you on super accounts that have got over $3 million.
So this is an account where for the years they've encouraged you to put money in it so that you can look after your own self in your old age as a pension. And now they've decided they want
to tax it.
Yeah. So a bit like someone buys land as a farm and then they think, well, when I'm older, I'll rent it to someone and then I'll have a pension. And then when I die, then someone can buy it. Or I can leave it to my kids and they can do whatever. Instead, they're doing the same, but it can be in all sorts of property and everything.
Yeah. So what you can do is buy self-managed super funds can actually own houses and stuff like that. So you can build your asset up for when you do retire, and then you're not relying on the government. You're not doing all this. It was a plan to help, not only the government, but to help yourself. And now they're whacking some taxes on it. And I'm very, well, I don't actually have much money in super, so it doesn't actually affect me. But yeah, so that's about the only thing at the moment.
But that's taxing something that's appreciated. So do you have to have it valued or something every so many years?
Oh, look, it's only literally just come out in the last 3 months, and it's a lot of it is not knowing the whole. Well, especially when I'm not affected by it at the moment, but I dare say they'll reduce that number, and they usually ease their way in with these new taxes and stuff like that, and they slowly just start nailing everyone.
Well, someone sent me a video about it before I went to Australia, and it sounded like that every 5 years or whatever, you've got to have everything valued and then pay a tax over a certain amount. Yeah. But then, if that value then went down, does that mean they give it you back?
Yeah. So look, I'm probably the worst person to be explaining, but yeah, it is.
Moving on.
no, but yeah, like it's one of those things that no one really, until it comes into effect, no one knows what it's really going to be about. Yeah. So, anyway.
I've missed it. It's a bit difficult this because we can't read that screen. How do you feel about inheritance tax posed on UK farmers? So, I mean, for instance, is there inheritance tax in Australia on farms?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, you'd know if there was.
Yeah.
What's the average size of a farm in NW in New Zealand? He's Australian.
Yeah, just, no, Wallaby, not an All Black here. Yeah.
Do you supply the cotton on to a factory, or do you store the cotton yourself?
So we own the cotton until it goes. It gets processed. We remove this. We take it to a cotton gin, which is about 30 kilometres away. It gets processed. So lint, seed, and trash. So it's about 40% lint, 40% trash. 40% seed, and then 20% trash. They sort of fluctuate a bit. The seed we sell for about $420 a tonne at the moment. So what's that, 210 quid? And then the cotton bale is What is cotton bale? 227 kilos or 500 pound. Once it's processed, that's going for $550 a bale at the moment. And we sold that to a merchant. There's about 17 merchants in Australia, and they export it all around the world. So we were heavily focused on, had a big market to China pre-COVID. After COVID, there was some cut ties with them.
It's an interesting story, but he's been very diplomatic.
Yeah. So our Prime Minister blamed China for COVID, and they said, "Well, we're not going to take your cotton anymore." Pretty much something along the lines of that. And so, which is good. We actually diversified our markets then, and the cotton started going right around the world. There was even cotton going to second countries to go as a gateway into China, so it didn't come from Australia
Through the back door.
Yeah, classic. But anyway, yeah. So we don't actually export it ourselves. We sell it to merchants who do. Yeah.
Someone here says the average super in Australia is only 250,000.
Yeah. Well, mine's about $8,000. So
yeah,
it's But yeah, look, it depends how. Yeah, there is a lot of really wealthy, just like anywhere, like the average wage comparison to what some people actually have. So it's taxing the rich.
So someone here, is it time to go full French on the government? It's not listening. It is listening. Whether it acts on it is a different thing. I'm still quietly confident we'll get something, but we've still got to keep the heat up. What other things would you like to try and grow? Oh, that says in the UK, but you could answer that as well.
I'm a farmer. I just love growing anything. It's so at the moment I've got canola in the ground and wheat, which will be harvested the next sort of month, and cotton is the main focus for the summer program. But I'd love to grow sunflowers.
They'd grow really well.
They would, yeah, but it's just sort of having a market for them at the moment.
Is there no market there for them?
It's just not as lucrative as cotton.
Right.
So, and maize or corn is the other one. I just don't have the storage to do it, but I'd love to have a crack at that.
I'd like to grow peanuts.
All right.
Because they grow on the ground like potatoes. I thought they'd be cool, but yeah.
Cold?
Hey?
Can you grow them? Or they're a bit cold?
It's probably a bit cold here.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone thinks they grow on trees, but no, they grow like potatoes in the ground in the soil. Any other questions here? What have we got? Ooh.
I really want to grow hemp. I looked into growing.
Yeah, well, that's another fibre, isn't it?
Yeah, looked into and the seed as well for the oil. So
yeah, the seed. Is it CBD or something?
Yeah, but there's a whole heap of stuff. But trying to get into something so niche in Australia, and the machinery costs were just kill it. So,
which is the correct part of the barbie to put the shrimp on?
Well, any part of the barbie to throw a shrimp on. Chuck another shrimp on the barbie, mate.
I've messed it up now. Right. No, I think that was all. That's unless they've stopped coming. It looks to be all the questions on that one. What? TikTok is just people saying, "If I gift you, will you gift me back?" I don't. This is why I don't really go on TikTok much anymore now.
What is a gift?
I don't know. You can send roses and stuff. Who's on there? Emily. I know Emily. George is on there.
Who?
Elton Galloway.
Hold on.
Any questions on TikTok? Or just?
Special license to grow hemp in Australia. No, you don't, because they don't let you have the good variety. The good varieties strain's got THC in it, and it produces the most amount of seed. But the one they are growing is not as good. But yeah. Who's going to Agritechnica?
Yeah.
Throw a comment down there, and if we can catch up at some stage and have a beer or talk to you about some tractors.
Yeah, I'll be on the Alliance tyre stand on Tuesday at about 10 o'clock.
Yeah, right. Well,
Someone's just asked about this. So, it is actually a black 728. So, I actually think a company have painted them, because you can buy a green one and it was advertised as being a limited edition, and I have got a green one that comes in exactly the same box in exactly the same way. So I just think it's someone's taken it apart and painted it. And the hubs are magnetic. Take the hubs off.
Question here, mate. Ollie has a mix of tractors, both new and old. Name your vintage classic tractors you'd have if you could pick. I've actually got mine. I don't know if I can pull a photo up quick enough, but so I'm a John Deere man, and here we are.
So Tom has a green one, but he wants a black one.
How sexy is this? I'm gonna have to show it twice. It's an 8410. It's got 7,000 hours on it. Original. I bought it a couple of years ago. Go up there, we can. How sexy is that?
So these bigger tyres, you see, you have like skinny tyres.
Yes, because we've got to go to the road crop.
Yeah.
So it is an absolute old banger, and so it's 2002 model.
Well, that is the best cab John Deere ever made.
Oh, I don't know, the new ones are pretty good.
No.
No, they're just, but I feel like they're just the last, the bulletproof, like.
Yeah. Before they started going
Electronics.
emissions and electronics crazy.
So
That'll still work in 100 years. Whether the ones they're making now, well, I don't know.
what have we got here? Back in January for Lemma show. What's that?
Oh no, wait! I have your old Fens Island 524. Do I have any photographs of it from when I found it? I don't know whether I do. It was before iPhones and camera phones and stuff. If I do, I'll put them on Instagram. I can't think that I have.
Here we go.
I did see it last year on a tractor at Penrith, which I'll be up soon when I go to Centre Parks.
The biggest battle here keeping ground trafficable is soil structure intact through wet winters. In Australia, you're fighting heat and moisture loss. What is harder to manage in long term for soil health?
I have to read that myself.
Yeah,
I don't understand that.
No, it's probably
The biggest battle here is keeping ground traceables and soil structure intact. Oh, trafficable and soil structure intact through wet winters. In Australia, you're fighting heat and moisture loss, which is harder to manage long term.
So with the moist, I'm not so concerned about trying to get the moisture in where we traffic in, because we're control traffic on the same lines.
There's a go on, you carry on with that. There's another question just coming in.
Yeah, because we're supplying our own moisture. I don't think Bill's watching, but he said, "Hey, I see you met Ollie Harrison, mate."
Someone said what part of Australia you're from, so we've got the globe.
What was the other? Oh, someone. That's the biggest. Yeah, so we don't really need that like soil thing. It's just it doesn't affect us, or I know other guys do. There was one question there. What part of Australia? Oh, you just season working at the Cotten gin. Best job I'd ever had. Is there a big need for or want for?
Thanks, Bev.
For people to come down to Australia and work for 12 months, like
Hi, Kev.
it's easy to get like backpackers coming through, because there's a 88-day visa. You've got to do your 80-day regional work before you get your second-year visa. But there's just people that just don't have the quality that you can put them on a tractor. Like, so I'd be interested to hear in the comments if you'd be keen to come down, with a bit more experience than.
Yeah, so there's a guy talked to me in New Zealand the other year about like him sending his staff over here for our summer, and then we send our staff over here for the winter.
Yeah.
And it works really well with contractors, because they've obviously got a lot of staff for the busy periods.
Yeah.
But then they can't keep them busy all winter. Whereas we are busier in the summer, but we do generally have a flow of stuff to do all year round.
Hold on, we've the 88-day doesn't apply for UK residents now. Rules have changed. So I got no idea.
Which,
But that one, yeah.
which part of Australia are you from? Because I've got it here.
Sorry. So, just above. Oh,
Somewhere there. South.
yeah.
Well, that's just above. What's that island called?
Tassie.
Yeah,
Tasmania.
So I met the people from Tasmanian Fruit Company.
Oh, yeah.
She was at the conference.
Yeah.
I forgot her name. I want to say Fran. Don't think it is.
Oh, it was a big week, 3 days. A lot of names, a lot of good people.
I saw pineapples growing, so if you want to watch that, it's on YouTube.
Which nationalities and farmers do you see most often in your region? It's everything. You name it. They are there. I had a really good guy from Canada. At the start of the year, he was a pipeline welder, so he's used to working in minus 40, 50 degrees. Plus 40 degrees, he had him sweating, but he was still going. Anyway, so he was really good. Him and his girlfriend or fiance, they stayed for 3 months, and they were just like family.
So what did they do then? Drive a tractor or?
No, because he was a qualified boilermaker. He did a lot of the shed work, and he jumped on a tractor. And I'd throw him on a tractor when I could.
So you built the new shed while he was there then?
No, I just did a lot of repairs around and built a few new bits of machinery and just small stuff. Nothing major. Like when you say 88 days, it sounds longer than it is.
Yeah.
But once you get into the thick of it, we were irrigating as well. So it was a pretty busy season, and I've still got a list of stuff that we didn't get done.
So when you say irrigating, that's basically going getting a piece of black plastic, dipping it in the water till it's full of water, putting your hand over the end and then going like that and taking it out so it siphons.
Yeah. So we do. So my sets of siphons run from 100 to 200 siphons per change. They take about 12 hours to go through.
Change is a field, I think.
A change is a set of siphons.
Yeah.
So one field's got 1,400 siphons. And there's 200 siphons per change. So you start 200 and then stop 200. Or stop 200 and then start the next 200. And they take about 12 hours. If you can get them running in 12 hours, it's perfect because you're doing 6 in the morning and then 6 at night. And then if you have a stuff up, like I turned the wrong pump off once. And I had one farm, both farms on 12-hour changes perfectly. And they're both at 6 and 8, and then next thing one farm's 6 and the next farm was 12. So and they were 15 kilometres apart, so it takes you a good hour or so to do it. So next thing your workload just doubles because it splits up the day. Oh, it's terrible. But yeah, anyway, it's just more farming stuff pretty much because it's just another obstacle you have to overcome and just smile and wave and keep on farming.
But like the advantage you've got is it's so flat. That was something I didn't expect when I was there, was how flat it was. I know I did go to the Glasshouse Mountains, but the mountains, when you went to where my cousin lives, were flat in the bottom. So you were on a really big mountain and they just like were flat and you could see them all sticking up. And like you could put a piece of glass over the top of them. So I kind of get that, but that was something, I don't know why, I didn't expect it to be like the Canadian Rockies, but you think of her as rock. And I expected it to be a little bit like that, but it wasn't. It's pretty flat, isn't it?
Yeah. So there. So we got a few questions here. The Poms are better workers than the Aussies, are they or not?
Don't know.
No, I don't know. Would you say what the best nationalities for hard workers would be? Would it be the Poms? Was the question. I know. Depends if the.
If you ask someone in England, you'd say it'd be the Poles.
No, look, I tell you what, trying to keep the Poms and the Irish and the Scottish out of the bar is probably the hardest job you got there. But no, they can work, but geez, I tell you what, and it's a lot of good times. I think the Estonians, they've actually fly a good flag.
We don't have Estonians in here. Over
yeah, so my mate Stan, he's back over in Estonia now, and he's the first tractor driver I've ever had ask me to take the manual home of the tractor so I could read up how to drive it better. And I was like, I've never heard anyone asked to read a manual of a tractor. Usually that's the last thing you do.
When you can't get something
Yeah,
to work.
trying to find a code.
Yeah, what fuse it is.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, what have we got?
I don't know.
What's your winter crops, Ollie?
We've got wheat, winter barley, oilseed rape, and then lots of SFI mix, which is called AHL2, which is winter bird feed mix.
Nice.
And I've got the hiccups.
What's your favourite crop to grow?
I like wheat. I like because it looks so like little and spindly, and then suddenly it's just levels itself out. Come sort of June, it looks like you could walk across it, and then just moves a little bit in the wind. Barley looks good at a certain time because it's looks like the sea, but then it's itchy and falls over. Whereas wheat can just look solid and chunky.
Do you grow cotton? Cotton, sorry, canola.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I've grown it for the first time in irrigation this year, and just that I'll never do it again because my hay fever for a month I couldn't breathe. But
the lady that was emceeing the conference we were at, where she lived, there was like millions of acres of it in flower while she was there. Don't know what that means.
I don't know either.
Oh, someone looks like they've sent a tip. Thank you. Non-farm here. Massive respect for everything you do. Love your videos, Ollie. All the best. Have a couple of beers on me. Cheers. What name is it? Slinks UK. Cheers.
Slinks, yeah. Cheers, mate. If you had an unlimited boat, what's your dream spec tractor? Applies to you too, Ollie. I've actually got my dream tractor. I run a 8R 340. Oh, actually no. It's a wheel machine. I love it. It's brand new, just turned up. But I'd love an RX 8000 8RX.
Well, what Wardy's just about to sell. My mate's just about to sell one.
Yeah, just the maintenance on them. Like,
oh yeah, you can't. You have to slow down every so often because the tracks overheat.
Yeah, so it'd be pretty cool just to have one. But if
put on a plinth in the yard.
Oh yeah.
I would probably have. What was that? The new Fent now. It was bigger than a 1050, wasn't it? Was it a 10530 or something? 1053. I can't remember what it was called. Just because it's got loads of power, but it's got too many steps to get in the cab. So I'm quite happy with my 728. Although have I got it there? No, I haven't got a Track Xerion. The Track Xerion that we had the other year, was it this last year for the Christmas tractor run? That was just unbelievable. It was like 680 horsepower. I know Case have done a bigger one now. I think they're launching it over a technical like a 760 or a 780.
Oh, quad track.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But the Xerion on tracks was a beast. The bonnet was massive. Someone said something about New Holland on TikTok, but I don't want to knock the screen, so you might have to say that again.
I'll zigzag back here just to.
He's trying to find it.
Joe's from Victoria. No, I'm New South Wales, which is. Just
or as they say out there, NSW.
Yeah. It's like a newer version of South Wales.
The new South Wales.
Um,
He's dead jet lag, so you've got to keep him talking all night.
Yeah, no, actually, like, come on, guys, throw any questions out there.
He's been here for 3 days.
Yeah, this is my third night here. Ollie's put me up again. He's bloody, all his parents have there. Absolutely legends. What was I going to say? Something. So, I do a lot for mental health and wellbeing charities like Ollie. That's what we sort of, one of the things I connected on over in Australia. But we run fitness classes for, I think there's about 50 or 60 communities across Australia, small towns. So we actually got a heap of farmers turning up and losing weight, and not just farmers, farming communities. So your
your agents or your agronomist and all those stuff. So sort of trying to change the way that people think and treat themselves. Like I know I'm having a beer at the moment, but
It's on vacation.
yeah, but it's sort of about nothing wrong with one or two, or just making healthier lifestyle choices and getting people active again. And a lot of people in the small country towns have got like football injuries from when they were a football star 20 years ago, and they've never done any exercise since. So we're trying to promote a lot of that and trying to just get people moving again and reconnecting. So
Someone just said, can they go to agricultural college and still continue to work on the farm that they're on now? Well, yeah, I don't see why not, as long as they don't miss you when you're at college. Are you going to agritechnical? Yeah, we're both going to be there.
yeah, we won't even, to save any confusion, might even just come along to the tyre thing.
Yeah, then you'll know where he is.
Yeah, yeah.
Tyre stand, 10 o'clock on Tuesday.
Yeah.
What things are Oz doing you could bring to the UK to benefit agriculture that we aren't currently doing?
Oh, where do I start? You guys need an education. No, look, I think things like Agritechnica and iPhones now it really bring a lot of things closer together. I don't know what we bring. It's all. Actually, you know what?
Well, you're already doing it better than they are, so it's not.
We bring a couple of road graders and make these roads a little bit wider. I tell you what, they're tight laneways with the hedges. I can't work with it. But
We went down the road before with a tractor and trailer, and he's like, as every time we went past a car, and there was like loads of room.
oh, jeez. It's just, we've just got a lot more land and it's not as...
But they're not allowed to go down the road in the dark.
Yeah, it's a New South Wales thing. So, yeah, the Victoria you can sort of push the limit a little bit, but in Queensland no one cares. So.
But that's because everything's like 6 metres wide when they drive down the road.
12 sometimes.
Are you on the English beer yet, Joe?
Yeah,
Oh, you went there.
Yeah. I was at the Farmer's Dog there a couple of days yesterday. No, was that yesterday?
No,
Day before.
Bonfire night yesterday.
Yeah, and so I had a few Hawkstone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not bad. Actually, last time I was in here, I had a London Pride ale. London Pride.
Right, yeah, could be, yeah.
Yeah, so I had a couple of those, but...
no one here drinks this, so someone must do.
Yeah.
Have you tried growing solar panels?
I actually worked on a solar farm in the drought just because I needed some income, but...
They're not that efficient in really hot weather though, are they?
No.
They start, everything after 25 degrees, they start to lose efficiency, so unless you can cool them, they're not perfect in hot countries, even though they get a lot of sunshine.
Yeah.
The Ashes farming edition, logistics to be discussed.
Well, we're going to have a competition.
I don't know, is it?
No, it's
can't play cricket.
No, well, England versus Australia in some farming challenge, that could be good.
As much as I love Aussie, one thing I don't agree is animal welfare. UK is far more humane than Oz. I've witnessed lamb making being done with a hot torch and also dispatching sheep with a hammer.
Yeah, no, look, I think there's a lot of misconceptions about. There is unfortunately in ag, there is a very small, not even a percent of people that do the wrong thing, and that gets put online or gets, and like with the cotton industry, there's a lot of, we get a lot of bad press, and we're doing things a lot better, but we say to those people that are doing the wrong thing, we want them out of the industry, and things like this do happen. I'm not going to disagree at all, but it's a very small portion.
Someone says reckon to Merlots, Ollie. Well, I've had them for years. What do you think to the Merlots you drove on yesterday?
Oh, look, long time listener, first time caller. Yeah, not too bad at all.
Well, what did you say yesterday? I know I've made it when I've got 2 telehandlers.
Yeah, so I used to joke. I still joke that if I have my properties are 15 kilometres apart, so I want a telehandler at each. So my thing was, if I get 2 telehandlers, I've made it. I turned up here today or yesterday, and Ollie's got 3, and I'm like, oh, this bloke's definitely made it.
But we needed 4 yesterday. We ran out of them again.
Yeah.
Save Our Mates in SA, which is South Australia, is it?
Mm.
Mental support service, we lose way too many farmers under 40.
Oh, it's shit house. And
Biggest cause of death in men under 40 is themselves.
yeah.
And that's because they don't ask each other how they are. So you should ask people how you are as a percent. So how are you today as a percent?
Oh, I'm probably pre-lunch I was probably an 80%. After lunch I was probably 40%. I just jet lag really caught me, but I'm sort of running on adrenaline here, and like this is pretty cool.
And Corona.
But no, look, I think you're right. You've just got to. I don't know, like I've actually lately, every time I see someone's birthday, I sort of scroll through a bit earlier and see when their birthday is. And I've been ringing my mates a day early, so you've got their full attention. You know, people's birthdays get a bit hectic. So I have a chat, ask them how they're going. I've been just trying to really reconnect and make sure I'm ringing people, say g'day. And you can...
G'day.
Yeah, g'day. But yeah, that's what I've been doing, and just to check on, not check on, but just, you can... It's pretty hard to have a, you know, to bullshit someone when you're having a conversation versus text. And some people don't want to talk about what's really going on, but you can just talk about the footy, or the soccer, or no, sorry, the footy for football.
Yeah, your footy's rugby, isn't it?
Yeah. So, I don't know.
A couple of questions here. How about growing barley for your own beer, Ollie? Maybe. Do you consider quad track a large tractor in Oz? I think it looks huge on UK roads.
Oh, it's definitely a big tractor. I'm not going to argue that. No, they don't get too much bigger than that. That's probably the thing. Oh, sorry. There's some bigger horsepower getting out here now, but as far as chassis...
Yeah, you can't really get much bigger than that, can you? Because even start to not fit down some of your roads, would it?
Oh, we just make bigger roads.
They've got to move them around the country, the world, when they build them as well.
Yeah, well, if that, or we just, you know, get the kangaroos to skip them along for us. So.
Most European combines, or in fact, no, most combines in the world aren't based to fit on a road, they're based to fit on the rail network. So if you look at all combines, they're all a certain box shape, and they all have a little bit of a cutting in the top corners, so they fit through railway tunnels in nearly every country in the world.
Yeah, so that's probably going to be the holding. Well, that and tyres. Well, I know we've gone to tracks, but the weight of these machines is getting so big, and they're getting the tyre technology is or the size of tyres is getting too hard.
When I was younger, a big tyre was like a 600.
Yeah.
So like that's 2 foot wide, and then 650 became the norm, and 710, and 900s, and I think was it like a 1350 tyre?
Yeah.
They had in the factory in.
I saw it at 1150 on a rice header because you want a bit of the flotation, and that was back about 10-15 years ago, and I'm like, wow, that was huge.
That's what I was going to say. Do you get snakes in the cotton?
Yeah, no, we do. We get lots.
Does it not jam up the machine?
No, because the machine's big and vibrating. Oh, sorry, we're picking in May, so the winter's sort of.
So where does the snake go in May, like Barbados?
Oh yeah, no, there's
snakes on a plane.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're they burrow down in the ground and stuff like that. Like they've got their little dens.
So they actually live underground.
Yeah, they hibernate or under.
Like a badger.
Yeah, pretty much hibernate for the winter. To be honest, I don't know where most of them go, but I know they come back out in spring. And
you ever dug a hole and just found one?
Oh, jeez, I don't know. I think some snakes dig it, or they find a bit of a.
Have you ever stood on one by mistake?
I have stepped on one nearly stopped on one last year. I was bushfooting it. I had no shoes on. I'm walking along a irrigation bank. It was a moonlit night. I turned my torch off, and I saw something. So I turned my torch back on, and I nearly stepped on a brown snake this long. And they're really venomous at that stage, but they can't. It's very hard for them to bite you. So if it happened to stood on it, it might have been enough for it to try and strike me. But it's very and I have known people to drop 10 and 15 minutes after being bitten by an eastern brown, but
Jesus.
but don't let that scare you.
I don't like snakes.
They're fine. But yeah, so I was pretty lucky. I ended up catching this one and took a few photos when I got back to the ute. But
Nick Grattan says, I was in Australia last year, I think it said last year, this time, beautiful place and lots of sugarcane. We saw sugarcane in India actually.
Yeah. They got the most expensive John Deere machinery, those sugarcane pumps. So.
How's the dating scene while being so rural? Is it as hard as it's so remote? Sheep don't count.
Yet again, I'm not from New Zealand. Mix up there. No, look, it is tough because getting someone that understands farming. Because we used to mates and I would drive about 150 k's away to one of the bigger towns, and they'd go, "What's going on?" Sorry,
all the girls keep texting him, so he's coming up on his watch.
Yeah, God. But no, so that they couldn't understand, because these girls from the city, they couldn't understand why we were able to catch up with them a couple of weekends in a row or whatever, and then we'd be flat out for months on harvest or watering, and then they couldn't understand why the farm had to come first.
Yeah, so Joe said something interesting to me before, which I'd not thought about, and finding a farmer's wife in Australia is harder than in the UK, because you basically will live probably an hour, 2 hours from the shops. So you've got to really be wedded to the farm to want to do it, because like you never more than, I would guess in most of the UK, you're never more than half an hour from some sort of shop.
Yeah,
no matter where you are, unless you get right into the top of Scotland. So in Australia, you could be easily an hour, 2 hours from a shop. Kerry's asking you about Caleb.
Yeah, no, but no, look, I am single farmer. Just drop into Farmer Joe 2707 if you want to move to Australia with me. No.
Do you have to have first aid when working a remote place in Australia?
I actually never done a first aid course. But I've probably got more lived experience about first aid. I used to ride motorbikes flat out, and I was doing a wheelie one day down the tar, and I fell off, and took a heap of skin off. Anyway, my parents were away, so I had to patch myself up, and which I always do, just patch it up. It'll be right, keep going. But I think when you live out there, you just become used to it. It just becomes second nature.
Get used to
play silly games, win silly prizes,
Yeah. Will you be keeping your combine, Ollie, for some time? Well, it was on a bit of a deal that I've got to renegotiate the finance in March, so depending on what deals, we might keep it or we might not. It just depends if it adds up. Have you heard of Ward Brothers Earth Moving Contractors from Rochester, Victoria? Great guys for land, laser 11.
No, I probably do know them, but I know where Rochester is, just north of them. Elmore there, south of Echuca. Not a bad pub on the corner. Actually, I saw a fun fact. The pub's like 110 years old or something. Cracking pub.
That's the whole oldest.
Oh, sorry, yeah. For you guys, that's old in Australian terms.
How do you know how well a cotton field has yielded?
Look, you got to
count the bales, sure.
Yeah, count the bales, but no, look. So we've got fruit. You count the fruit per square metre.
So what does the fruit look like?
It's just like a green, like a
ball,
a rosebud.
Oh yeah.
Before the rose comes out, it's this little. That's pretty much what it is, and the flower is it grows a little flower on top. Sorry, there's a little flower that starts, then it grows into like a rosebud.
Yeah. And
then when that opens up, that's the white cotton. So it's just, they can vary in size. Like they could be a golf ball or smaller. So you can count the number of bowls per metre, and then the bowl weight can always vary. So it's such a high variable. It could be 25% difference in weight. then you got seed in there. Sometimes you've got less seed, you've got more seed, so that's a fair bit of your weight. So
Right.
it does. It's very hard to pick.
So even when you've harvested, you think, oh, that's done well, there's loads of bales. They might just go, yeah, but most of it was seed, so...
Yeah, and the seed can be a factor. Moisture content as well. I don't know about hay baling, but do you sometimes you get more hay if it's a little bit more moisture? You can pack it in a bit better.
For some reason, it said we have detected.
Oh, good.
It must have thought we were a bot on TikTok. It said we've detected inactivity. So, don't know why that was, but maybe it's because I didn't scroll. Don't know. Invite Simon Jacobson to join your live. Now, we could do Simon, but are you going to be not swearing? We'll see what happens if we press it. Simon's in Scotland and he likes to swear a bit.
Oh.
So we'll see if he comes on.
Here you go.
But it probably won't work because we're on YouTube anyway. And we've oh, it's come on.
Hello.
Hello, Simon. Did you know you're live on YouTube as well, Simon?
Yeah, I'll behave.
I don't know whether anyone on YouTube can hear Simon. Can you hear Simon on YouTube?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but I was just wondering if the people that are on the other camera can hear you.
Oh, I'm not on camera. I don't know what's happened.
Where in New South Wales are you farming? Someone's just asked.
Me. Collyambley's 100 kilometres north of the Victorian border. So, town of 660 people. That's, yeah.
How many people live in your town, Simon?
Up here?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, probably about 2,500 in the local village.
Yeah, right.
So their town's got 600 in. Can you see James on the screen?
Yeah, I can see him, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Good evening, how are you?
Good, mate, good. Where are you based?
I'm up in where men are men and sheep are scared. You'd almost feel at home up here.
Is that they may take our lives, but they shall never take our freedom?
he's up in Scotland,
Scotland.
tatties.
Yeah.
We're about 100 miles north of Edinburgh and south of Aberdeen.
Yeah, right. Yeah, righto. Nah.
What, are you going to Agritechnica?
Yeah, we fly on Saturday morning, so there at lunchtime.
Ah.
Yeah, I'll be there all week, so we might have to have a few beers and argue who's got better farming country.
Well, yeah, I'm sure we can find a nice quiet spot to, put the world to rights.
So you're in Scotland, Simon. How far's the nearest shop?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Exactly. There you go. You see.
Yeah. No. Look, my neighbour's a kilometre away.
Yeah.
So
I reckon we've got. I think it was something like 11 McDonald's within 20 minutes of the yard.
jeez.
And you're like 11 hours from McDonald's.
Just. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
what's on the shopping list in Germany?
Geez, I don't know whether I can afford anything. I can't. Depends what I can get on me carry-on the way home. No, I'm actually retrofitting a spray coupe sprayer. It's Agco make them. Spray. I don't know if
Yeah.
spray coupe. Anyway, I've got putting a G5 John Deere screen in it and receiver with the hydraulic. The ATU. I want to look at the rate controller and running the wiring harness off a tow behind John Deere sprayer so I can get the automated boom height. So we're having a bit of a play with that and seeing what tech we can get to trick it into thinking it is, so I can get it running all on John Deere so the rest of the fleet is all lined up. So that's one of the things. The other thing I'm looking at is the air booms. I'd love to get one of those down in Australia from, there's a few manufacturers. What brand's yours?
Air boom.
Air spreader.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ours is Coon, which is it's made
We
by
used to
Rouse or
run
something.
the air assist sleeve boom.
Yeah,
It means a boom for spreader.
boom for, yeah.
Oh, okay, right. Fair enough.
Yeah, but air induction sprayers got banned about 10 years ago, didn't they? 15 years ago.
Did they?
Yeah.
They were good though, weren't
Yeah, well,
they? They were too good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, that's what I'll be checking out. I'm also, so we water run some fertiliser into our cotton when we're irrigating as it going past. So we put granular into the water, just on an auger with a 12-volt auger, and it slowly turns. I want to look at a system that I can weigh that as it goes in, so you've got an accurate measure of what fertiliser we're using. So.
all right. Could you not liquefy it first?
You can, but liquid, when you're running granular through everything else, like your spreader, and it's just easy to handle liquid. And then you also have the issue of the urea freezing.
Yeah, it gets cold.
Yeah, so it's anyway. There's a couple of things that I'm here to look about, and
Simon, oh no, Simon's back.
sounds great.
What's this? Can you ask Joe if Australian government helps farmers, or are they the same as ours?
No, look, you guys probably no. We don't have any subsidies. We don't even get we pay. I think we get a 20 cents per litre of fuel back because we don't drive on the roads as a road excise tax or whatever. That's about it. We have got a couple of little incentives if there's a natural disaster, like flooding grants or a drought subsidies, but very, very few. If you want to bank on the government helping you financially, you give the game away. It's just not worth it. Yeah, wouldn't hold your breath for it.
Did you hear the whole conversation, Simon?
No, I fell asleep, if I'm being honest. Okay.
Alright. No, Joe says he knows when there's a drought coming because the reservoirs are empty, because everything's done with flood irrigation. So before he plants his crop, he knows if there's enough water to feed it.
I saw that bit, yeah. And, if we looked at the condition of the rivers this year, okay, when we've had the lowest rainfall probably on record, okay, this last 10 days has maybe put that slightly, different now. We are getting some rain, but, we've had the driest summer ever. But up here, to be fair, crops haven't really suffered that much. I think every tatty farmer in the whole of Scotland has been short of boxes with increased yield,
Wow. Whereas we were with Joe today, he was digging and, yields are down and the price is rubbish. Price is rubbish because you've grown too much, maybe?
Yeah, well, the price export market's on its arse,
Can the people on Instagram hear Simon, or on YouTube hear Simon, or are they just wondering who we're talking to? What's your favourite bit of kit, Joe?
As in machinery.
Yeah.
Geez, I love drive at home. I love driving the planter, like the Maximerge planter. That's just when it's going well, it's just like there's nothing better.
So when you say plough, it just turns the soil.
No, planter. Sorry.
Oh right.
Maximerge planter. So it's a precision planter.
Yeah.
So it's 12 row. We've got implement steer on it to keep it straight on the rows. And the paddocks had a lot of ground prep done to it because it's all ready to plant. So it's usually really smooth, and you just sit back, and usually everything works. This year was an example where it didn't. We're running a lot of precision gear on it, which has been great. But this year we had, so we're doing about 25 hectares a fill. It took me 10 fills until I did a fill without breaking down.
Yeah.
I had electrical issues, I had tractor issues, I had everything that wasn't even related. I had new parts that had a warranty claim on them because it was just a random season. But normally, rule of thumb, that's my job of choice.
Someone said, is it interesting to grow organic cotton?
We don't grow organic cotton in Australia because organic cotton yields 3 times less for the same inputs minus the fertiliser and that. So in Australia, we're limited by water. So you're not going to burn up to get it organic. You're not going to burn up 3 times more water to get the same product. So there are other countries that can produce organic cotton, but there's a lot of labour involved in that, and it's usually a lot of manual labour. So it's a bit of a trade-off.
Yeah, this is the thing with organic. Basically, you're paying someone to farm inefficiently with the water and the sunlight that they've got, just so that they feel better eating something.
Yeah.
And generally, it could end up having higher mycotoxins or different things within it.
Yeah.
You know, it's an elitist choice, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, it's sort of. Yeah, no, it is. Like I know some friends that they aim to eat organic or whatever, but they actually worked out that it was better for the environment and that to buy locally sourced produce than to import organic from afar because of the carbon footprint.
So tell us about the Roundup Ready and the BT, because that was really interesting when you cut your pesticide use by 97%.
Yes, so
With GM.
So Cotten, 30 years ago in Australia, was pretty wild with the amount of pesticide use. So all this new technology's come out, which is a boll guard, which protects the fruit. So if a Heliothus or caterpillar comes in and bites that fruit, then it'll die because there's a natural bred in insecticide in it. So I think we're in the 4th generation of that technology. So cotton yields have actually doubled. And we're using 50% less water than we were 30 years ago to produce 1 bale of cotton. The cotton was getting sprayed every 4 days with crop dusters. And they were just going hammer and tong back in the late 90s. Once this boll guard technology really came into play, we're lucky to spray it once a season or twice a season for insects. So it's just massive that genetically
Smart breeding, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like I think I read something the other day.
You could get to the same point, but it'd just take a lot longer through normal breeding.
Well, like broccoli itself is being genetically modified by breeding.
Yeah.
So from how it was 100 years ago, like there's so many things that we eat every day that have had things bred. So I don't think it is a bad thing.
No.
And so look, in this day and age, if we can maximise the water, sunlight, and the dirt we've got,
The resource, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the biggest combine on the market?
Oh, the next 9 or not?
I don't know, probably deal or class. Or,
Yeah. Oh, the 10. Is it a 10-8? What's the new Holland?
Oh, there's a new one come out, hasn't it? They're supposed to be quite big. I don't know whether Simon said something or not. Simon said, put your hand on your head. We seem to have lost.
The grass is so green.
I can't see any questions on TikTok.
Grass was so green, and no fertiliser. My pH is very low. I got no idea, Johnny.
What's he saying? I was up my fields this afternoon, the grass is so green and no fertiliser. pH is very low. We have had some warm weather though, haven't we?
No.
CR11, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But they'd probably claim it to be the biggest, but
Yeah, but
everyone claims they've got the biggest combine in the world.
Yeah. I must be the second best combine driver in the world. Because everyone else reckons they're the best.
Yeah. Simon's doing the dishes.
What is your average rainfall out there?
13 inches.
How many?
13 inch average rainfall over the year.
Not much, is it?
She's dry. So where my water comes from, they're probably up around the 30 or 40 inches. So.
But you get 13 inches of rainfall, but how many inches do you put on a crop of cotton?
We put 4 inches, 40 inches. We put 40 inches on the cotton.
In a growing season.
In a growing season.
40 inches of rain.
Yeah, be a metre, wouldn't it? Yeah, 40 inches.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of, if it wouldn't need 40 inches of rain if it fell at the right time. But
Yeah. So do you have reservoirs that get filled with the rain?
yeah, but because we've got such low rainfall, it's very like you only want to. We're moving towards having to like 200 or 300 megalitre storages, just so we can capture any out of season rain, like those big events.
So will you have like land drains under all the land?
Drains.
Yeah, like plastic pipe.
Yeah, because all the fields that we water, we've got the water going at the top, it comes at the bottom.
Yeah.
And once it's all evenly watered, we turn that off and go to the next one.
Yeah.
So there is about 10% return back to the top.
Right.
Of your water. So your
Only 10%.
Depends how efficiently you can get your water going. And
So do you water it at night so it's not got any evaporation?
no, because we're such a tight window to try and get it watered, you can't afford to stop.
Yeah.
Funnily enough,
Is it every 10 days, did you say?
every 10 days. Sorry, the cycle starts every 10 days.
Right.
So it was taking us 5 days to do an irrigation. So we'd be watering for 5 days and then off for 5 days.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you already know. I've got jet lag. Yeah, I
Are
think.
you on a pivot irrigator or what? Or how
No,
you
no,
doing?
we're flood irrigation. So.
Did you get the picture up before?
I don't think I did.
It basically looks like, you know when you've been digging spuds in November and it's been raining and you've got like these tracks full of water. Well, they actually deliberately do that. Like if we put this much water on a field, we wouldn't think we'd ever get rid of it. That's it, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, you can see the pipes in this one. Where are we?
Okay, yeah.
You see, so you can see the poly pipes there, the siphons. Yep.
Yeah, like we wouldn't dream of that happening because that other picture I think looked better.
Oh, this one.
That, yeah, look at that. See?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
we'd be panicking if we had a field look like that because it'd be July before we get back on it. Whereas they do that every 10 days.
That should have followed me, mate, Bill.
We've been actually live for an hour and 20 minutes now, so I suppose we better stop and let people go to bed because
Yeah, I need some sleep. But
got jet lag. He's in we doesn't know where he is tomorrow. He's either in Holland, Poland.
yeah, I'm just gonna go to the airport and book a ticket, and then I just got to find my way from there on Saturday to head over. But yeah, no, don't be a stranger. Come and say g'day. Like
Yeah.
soda water or a beer, whichever you prefer. But no, just happy to hear your story about farming and life, and always keen for a chit chat. So thanks guys for tuning in.
Yeah, no, thanks for watching everyone, and thanks Simon for joining. And I'll no doubt see you in Germany or anyone else that might be there. And yeah, if you're trying to find me, because it's vast, I'll definitely be in the Lions stand at 10 o'clock on Tuesday morning. So yeah, I'm going to end both videos. So see you, Simon.
Take care. Send us
Cheers.
a number and I'll hook him up on Saturday.
Yeah, will do.
Cheers, Simon. See you then.
See you later.
Ta-ra.
Bye everyone. Bye. How do we? And I always do this. How do you stop it?
I don't even know how you started it. That one.
Hey, bye.